Today we are going to work on a charger plate, and I have a silver one. I got this from Michael's. It is available in dollar stores. Michael's Joanne is no longer there, so mostly on Michael's. I got a 6-pack charger plate set, and I'm painting on one of those today. And the paints that I'm using are all FolkArt multi-surface paints, and they already have a sealer in it. So it is like permanent that you can use on glass, wood, canvas, even furniture, and also on fabric material as well. Okay. And I'm using FolkArt multi-surface brushes today, and I'm going to go over all the colors that we are going to use and a little bit of project directly doing on it. Let me shift my camera today. 1 second. Share my screen. Shifting the camera here. All right. And so just to give you an idea, I am a one-stroke master elite director. By the time I did this cards, I was a certifying elite director. Now I'm master. I don't have the new ones yet, but these are some scan codes for my YouTube channel, Facebook, One Stroke, and Paint Night. Different scan codes that you can try. And also my website is Serene Arts and crafts.com. Serene, all one word, arts and crafts.com. So it's all one word, capital or not capital, doesn't matter. And then this is my Venmo account. In case if you like my video, feel free to pitch in some whatever you think is right. Okay. All right. Keeping this aside, that we need one of the disposable plate that I'm using today, and also brush caddy, some water fill, half fill water in it, and brushes that I'm going to use are all FolkArt brushes. Number 12, both are number 12, number 10, and I have two number 12 in case I need multiple. You can just wash it and reuse the same one also. Number 10 and 1/4 scruffy and 1 script liner and 2 script liner. These are for thin lines, and these are for some of the flowers and leaves. And then let's start. And before we go, first, these are the colors that I'm going to use: bark brown and yellow. It can be moon yellow, daffodil yellow. I'm using daffodil yellow. And Thicket, violet pansy, berry vine, blue peacock, pure orange, Pablo. I might use it, but I'm just keeping in case. Titanium white, you can go with wicker white also. And floating medium. Floating medium, I'm using the bigger one here. So if this comes in the smaller size as well. Available in Michael's, online in Amazon, any art stores, you can find this. So keeping it aside, and have a napkin handy. So to start with, I'm going to pour some paints, and then I'm going to shift this second camera towards this, and I'll keep this into the frame so you have recording of that as well. Okay. So to start with, we're going to go with some bark brown and berry vine. Berry wine, some paints are thick in nature. To lighten, you can use the coating medium also. See, this paint is really thick. Also, I'm using Thicket. Keep this part aside and just clean my hand. And then some Daffodil Yellow. You can go with any other yellow of your choice. I have this today and some white. To start with, I'm using 12 flat. Wet your brush or any flat brushes. You want to wet your brush before starting. Just take out any excess water to the napkin. Okay, let me turn it around. And then we are going to start with, I'm going to keep these aside from us. Give me 1 second there. Yeah. So our focus is more on the painting. All right. And now I'm going to go pick up some berry wine and then brown. Just picking up one color on one side, other color on the other side, tip of the brush, and then going back and forth. Keep your bristles all the way down, back and forth, back and forth. And then make sure 2/3 of your brush is loaded. Pressure, pressure, so that your inside of your bristles of this brush is completely loaded. Don't go all the way to the corner because you will spoil your brushes if the paints go in and you forget to wash it right away and it gets dried in, and then all the bristles are no longer straight and it's all spread out. Okay, so I'm going with the 12, and on the outer layer we are just going to go a wavy strokes. Just keep picking paint every stroke because you're losing your paint every time that you stroke. Okay, I'm pushing it more away from us and then keeping the paints closer to me and then just going up. Circle, circular, circle, circle. I'm just doing the first layer now. It's easier approach to do. Okay, now from each corner, go from inward and then switch out to the outward. So start from where you left off and then go the other way around this time. And then go out and then same way, other way around. And then one more layer added to that. And I'm continuing to do that repeatedly here. 1 or 2 lines going outward with that. Again, this side. And again, the other side. Keep working on until you finish the circle. And the colors I loaded is berry wine and brown. And you can also go with yellow and green or brown and green. It's up to you. Or brown and white will also go well. To get that lighter and darker shades of stems from brown and white. I want to make it a little more interesting, so I picked not very natural colors here. So I finished my circle. I'm getting closer so you can see better. So let's keep going until all the circle is done. And if you feel like adding more layers, just that's the right time to just pitch on more, add on more to this. Okay, so our first circle is done. So now I don't have to wash my brush. I just can keep continuing using the colors on my brush, and then I'm just going to go into green and yellow. Okay, I'm just loading those colors now. And if I want to lighten my yellow side, I'll just pick up a little bit of white here to lighten my yellow, and keep doing that. Load your brush. And so far I didn't use any floating medium. I'll tell you when I'm ready to use. For now, I'll just go where the connecting lines are there. I'm just adding a stroke with one stroke leaf. Okay, I want more green shade, so I'm loading more green this time. Okay, I want one here, one here, just the one stroke basic strokes. So just in an angle, touch, pressure, bristles down, and then stand up. Okay, and every stroke, if you can see, I'm just going on reloading, and I'm just adding two leaves here and there, and I'm just going, if I'm not happy, I can just go back, reload one more time. One more time. And continuing to do that. Just the basic ones would use, nothing much there. I'm just adding, or you can, I'm going reverse, but if you want to go the other side towards the front, then you can just turn this side. And then let's say I want my green down, browns up. I go other way around now. Sorry, I'm quiet here. I'm just filling up empty spaces wherever I think. Yeah, here I can go one. All right, and there are a couple only. I'll add more, some more here, some more here. So if you can see, I'm just going back, reloading every time I stroke. And if any stroke is not that great, you can always go back and re-stroke on it. Get it. So this circle of one stroke leaves, basic leaves are added. Now I'll just go add, use the same brush, add few filler strokes, which is the same colors but a smaller stroke of leaf. Just keep your brush straight 90 degrees, pull down, lighter shade up, darker shade down, and then just stand up quickly. That's all. So let me get closer, just touching and then pulling up. See, it just looks like a nice fillers all over for us. So not much there, just going and just filling few filler strokes. And then I'm picking paints whenever I'm losing some paint there. Filler strokes, that's all. Adding some more filler strokes using, I'm still not changing my brush. So after this one, we're going to go with another brush. So 1, 2, 3. I'm going by 3-3 count, if you can see that. So when you're doing these strokes, don't leave it like a 2-stroke or 4-stroke, like either 3 or 5, even number below 5 will look little odd. So above 5, our eyes won't pay attention to that. So if it is below 5, just go with 3 or 5. I mean 5 and below. I think we covered everything now. Let's have one more here. Okay. So that's our first. I'm just keep giving a good glance of everything one more time and trying to see where I can fit in a little bit more of these strokes. Okay. So now we are done with this brush and for now, but I'm still going to use it back again if needed, not too long. So I'm just going to hold this in brush caddy. If it is really long, maybe I'll just put it in the water. But for now, because it's not too long, I'm just leaving there. So now we're going to go with 10 flat. Same way, I'm washing the brush in water and then taking excess water to a cloth or napkin. All right, now I'm going to go with some blue pearl. Okay, so again, we are going to do the same double loading. Pick up the paints, white and blue. I should have dropped it a little bit further. So I added more blue, a little bit of white, and then your brush is all nice. First time, if you can see, I'm spending more time making sure my brush is all loaded well. And then eventually when you're going to reload, it's just like 1 or 2 times because your inside of your bristles are nicely loaded. So all you need a touch up of outer layer. So, and then straightening your brush. So now I've got my blues and white. We are going to do some 5-petal flowers here. I added some paint here. So here 5 petal flowers. 1, 2, 3, and go back and reload if needed. And 5. And then I'm going to add few more here and some closer ones. And if you can see, I'm just overlapping my leaves. Don't worry. We're going to cover some of them. And don't think that it has to go out. It will come on top. It can come anywhere, right? So let's cover some of them as we do this. And just curve and then stand up. And your blues are always staying inside. And here I'm just going a little bit of smaller ones here. And as I go up, I'm just adding one and then one. So this bunch is one, and I'm going to repeat the same here. So 3 flowers, and then so yeah, one advantage that you can do, oh, these leaves didn't come out that great, I can make use of the flower and then cover that leaf there. How about that? All right, I'm continuing to cover up this leaf, and let me keep it closer so you can see more clear on what I'm doing here. And I have every stroke I'm going back, reloading my brush, picking up more paint, covering up that. Alright, I finished 3. And okay, let me add one more here because I accidentally started one. So instead of rubbing that off, I'll add more here. So this side, this one has 5 flowers then. So I'll add one on top of that. Okay. And then a smaller one going here. Oh, I picked so much of white, so I'm just rubbing it off. Just reloading again, just to correct that mistake, correct the mistake, and there are no mistakes actually. Everything is good. Okay, am I too close? Okay, let me keep it far now. Oh, sometimes I forget to look at the camera to make sure I'm on the view. So now I'm on the view. So there's 1, 2, 3. Let's do the third one here. How about here? Right. Third one going here. Circle, circle. Okay, like a teardrop, not complete circle. That's just half curve. 1. Every time I'm making sure I'm reloading because I'm stroking, because I'm doing this curve. I'm mixing both the colors is one thing, and also I'm spreading out the brush, which makes the bristles all spread out, right? So when you're going back reloading, 2 things that you're doing: straightening your brush and making sure it's back intact again the way you want, and also the colors are loaded well. Okay, and now see I have extra paint. I just went to take off little bit of paint from there. Okay, so three are done. So let's leave it to that. Now let's change the colors. I'm going to use the same brush, but I don't want to take out the excess paint also. Let's just use this and then go with Pablo and orange. I wanted to do blue and Pablo, but I think Pablo, blue and orange, sorry, but Pablo and orange will also go well. So I'm just using the same, if you can see. Not washing my brush. I'm starting with the colors I have, and that became too dark, so you don't have to wash your brush. All you have to do is rub it off. It's my napkin. Okay, I'm going to spoil this. Here, just take out excess paint and then load your orange and pepper and touch of white towards the orange side. More, little bit more. And Pablo is the darker one that you have. So I'm just lightening my orange side with white. So I'm just picking from the tip of the orange side and then just loading like that, going back and forth. And now you have the other two colors. So here we are going to have the lighter shade out as before. And here we're going to have some wavy stroked leaves. I mean petals. That's two. That's three. And if didn't go well, you can always go back, restroke. I don't think I'm happy with this one. So curve, 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 three curves. And here we are just going to make 4 petals. Okay, not 5. And we're going to make 3 of each. 3 flowers on each location. Okay, 1 and always the lighter. So in case if you mix up lighter darker, just take out excess paint. You don't have to wash your brush, and then you can just go back, reload again. Reloading my brush, and then now where is my lighter? I think here. I'm not happy here, so I'm going back, reloading again, restroking again. So I have 2 flowers, right? I'm just doing 1 more here. So sometimes if the paints are not dry, it will start picking the bottom color because the green is still not dry. I just rubbed it off and reloading my brush again so that it's not green flower there. So the third one is done. Third one is done. Okay. And so I have one here, one bunch of flowers here. The second bunch I'm going to go here, closer to the this one. and all the petals are 4 petals. Okay, and you the same stroke, but you're giving some waves to make it a bigger flower than just the one teardrop curve that you gave. So multiple teardrop curves are what we are doing, and just going a little bit up and down. And here I made it look like it went, the 4th petal went little down of the other one, so it's just covering this one. Okay, the third is covering little bit on the left side one. One more, and then keep your pistils all the way down when you're doing that. We did 4 petal flowers now. Let's do one more here. Yeah, one here. I'm picking white and then pebble and a little bit of orange on the white side. I'm sure I'm going to pick, no, I didn't pick green. I think it's dried there. White and lighter color looks good actually. And one. And I'm loading every time whenever I think, okay, I don't have enough paint. Just go back, reload. Oops. I picked green here, taking out. And then going back, reloading my colors. Going back one more time. One more. Three are done. Let's make it 5 flowers of orange and white. And one I'll go little inward. Hope my hands are not on the way of the strokes. So let me watch the camera this time. So I'm not, yeah, I'm not. I'm trying to hold far so that I'm not coming on your way. So there's 1, 2, and I'm going to add one here outward, a little bit outward. Because I'm going on the top of the other one. I want to make sure I pick up enough white and then pebble reload again, and then make sure you're not giving too much of pressure because you'll start pulling the paints also. So light pressure, the lower layer will not pull that paint if it's already painted and it's still wet, or you can use a dryer to dry it off. So we have 1, 2, 3 triangle here, and it will be good if we have one more triangle here. So let's make a small here, maybe. All you're doing is just giving a little wave to that. I want to make it a simple project for you. So going with some easy flowers here. And then one more here. One more here. All right. See, all good. So now I'm going to use a kiss tool. Actually, you can use tip of any smaller brush. That's one option, or any sharp tip tool that you can use. So all I'm doing is going back with picking up some on the smaller side yellow, and I want to add few yellow dots for this blue flowers. Okay. Oops, I picked up some white paint and just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dots each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 smaller flowers. Okay. Only to the yellow ones. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Smaller 5. Just few dots. Or you can use tip of your brush. Also back side. Not the smallest brush that you have. You'll get the same effect. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Doesn't have to be perfectly 5. Just fill it out on the center. Just difference, I said. That's it. And this part is done. And for the orange ones, let's use the small scruffy. Okay. And then pick up green on one side, yellow on the other side. And then the way to load this brush, you're now wetting this brush before using. Just dab. Dab, dab, dab. And white on the yellow side. Dab, dab, dab. And maybe some blue on the green side. I want to make it a greenish center. And should be more smaller, but I think this is also good. So just go down on the center. Then yellow and white on the top. Just dab. Okay. Just picking up one more time and dabbing. Blue and green on one side, white on yellow on the other side. I'm calm. I'm just doing the same repeatedly again and again. Just dabbing yellow and green on one side and white and I mean blue and green on one side and then white and yellow on the other side. And then just dabbing in the center. And all the lighter layers should always stay outward. Think we okay, there's one more. All right, so all the centers are done, and I'm dropping this brush in the water. Actually, you know what? I will also do some filler stroke with Scruffy, light, same colors, white, and then here one. That's one. These are easy fillers that you can do. Just keep the lighter out, and then circle, and then as you go down, little bigger. One more, white and blue again, yellow and touch of yellow on that. Using the same Scruffy, nothing different. Okay, going around, covering all the sides, and just giving some perspective. One is going down, up, and this side I'm going to go down a little. And more darker as I go down. One down, one up, one up, one down, and one more going this side now. Okay, so now we covered all these, and you're dropping this in the water, and the brush that I saved, I'm going to go with the same blue and load with yellow, touch of yellow and touch of white. And then I'm going to add leaves there. To cover this, again the same approach. Either you can go that way or just pull downward. And then I'm just adding stems. I want more lighter, so I'm just picking yellow this time. More yellow, more yellow. Looks like I touched my flower with the finger here. Some of it is gone because it's still wet. Okay, so I did cover everything. Looks here. I'm just going to rub off as it is fresh now. Oops, I pulled some of the paints. Or you can wet a brush and nicely, let me show that. So this is a fresh brush, clean water, wet it, and take out. That's another approach that you can clean off. Okay. Going back a little bit more, and then I'm dropping all these used ones into the water. Now I'm going to go with the one script liner, wet your brush, and just pick up yellow, no other color. Okay, and some just yellow. Smaller flowers. Overlapping ones. Okay, five flowers here and there. Okay, I'll add few here. And this yellow is good, and you can also go with white colors. And I have yellow in my palette, so I'm just going with that. White will also look great. Just picking on every stroke, I'm just picking the paints. I think will go well. And all right, the next one, I'm just going randomly. Little bit down, some, little bit up. Just look at your painting and see where it goes well. And if you're not able to decide, just go with the triangle, like triangle. One up, one down, one up, one down, like that. Three, and as I said, bunch of threes will be nice, or fives. Or if you have many, you don't have to worry about the count. All right, and then I'll have one here. All right, so the plate is all filled with all colors now. If you see these oranges, it's not, popping up. So I'll just add a berry vine, tip of my brush in the center. Just to make it pop up a little bit. And also because I have paint that I can use, but if you're happy with what you saw earlier, just leave it that way. Just picking on the tip of my brush and just adding the dot in the center. Okay. Now the yellow dots, you can just add a blue dot in the center for the yellow flowers. And white dot will also go on. I have blue in my palette, I'm using that. Oops, I went on the purple. Yes, the blue dot. Yes, the blue dot. Almost there. And then we'll add a few small leaves around this, and then we're all set. I think I covered everything, right? Yep. And now I'm just going using the same brush to one script liner, and wherever I have these yellow flowers, I'm just adding. Okay. So I'm going to add this script liner, wet your 2 script liner, and then make an inky consistency of paint, like inky, so that you can get this thin lines that we want for the little stems. Okay, so like that. I'll add one more here, going out from this side. And then again script liner. So a few more leaves, this type of leaves going around, one here. And let me add one more going from this side. Okay, and now script liner. Yeah. All right, one more. I want smaller, so I just want to, don't spread too much if you want smaller ones. Just pick up quickly. And if you put too much of pressure, it will go really big. Yeah. One more here. One more going this side. Okay. All right, few more, then we are done. Hope you like the painting. Let me know your feedback. All right. How many more? We covered this. Two more. Okay. So let's just go this side. This one. After some time, we get out of patience, right? Then a best option is to just stop painting and then come back to it. But my way is I want to finish it. I want to finish it. Okay. So that doesn't work always that great because all the good painting that you did, if you're out of patience, you'll end up spoiling at the end. So take a break. If you are not, then this is what will happen. Like, see, look at me. I want to finish it. And then I'm starting to spoil it. So now I don't want to do this extra because there is one line. I just started adding. So the same technique, wet your brush, take out excess. And I can refill that yellow one more time. Before that, maybe a flower. I mean, like a leaf going that side. I'll cover that. Okay. One more here. Alright. So we covered all that, and now I'll drop these brushes, and then let's go back to 10. What is this? 8. I added one more brush here. So 8 brush size. This is a new, completely new one. There will be a coating to it, so just make sure you're taking out the excess coating on the brush. And then because I use blues, I'm using blue and yellow for these leaves that I'm trying to do now. And a touch of white on the yellow side. All right, and then Okay. Uh, Hello. Yeah, I want to make sure I can. So wherever there are blue flowers, I'm adding these names. Loading every time I go back, and then so now I'm going to switch to green and white and a little bit of blue as well. On the green side, and then white and yellow on the other side. And then some filler strokes. Okay. So one more. You can stop at any point. I'm just adding all extras here. I think this is good with what we have now, but I am adding extras. So wherever there is correcting, while it is not dry, actually it's easier. And one more here. So wherever I feel like, okay, this needs some more filling, I'm adding there. Okay. I think we're almost close to completion. And here we have some. Yeah, here I think we can add some. Yeah. And going some from this side. Filler strokes will help you in filling of some of the areas. Do you think? So I covered here, here, here. Let's take a closer look one more time. and see where we want to add more. This is good. This is good. And one more this side. That's good. That's good. And one more this side.